Going on, guys? Ranting Drop C back with you. Another NHL standings update. Cup's ridiculous. I think it's funny. My section chief bought this for me to keep on my desk, believe it or not. It's like, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. But I will bring it home, and it'll be a gag gift, even though that wasn't how it was intended. But I made staff finally at my 6-year mark, and they bought this for me. It's like, okay, thanks. Just call me by my rank, which is senior airman for another year, almost. Anyway. Tuesday, March 24th. Standings update. We had one game yesterday, so not a whole lot of movement, but we'll talk about something. Ottawa Senators beat the lowly New York Rangers 2-1. Nothing changed over here. The only thing that's worth noting is these guys stay exactly where they're at, and Ottawa's kind of joined the party here. I can give you the exact standings, but I believe it goes all separated by a point: 86, 85, 84, 83, 80. I want to say 79. So everybody within, 2 or 3 games of each other here. Then it drops off dramatically after them. But one thing I wanted to mention here, since nobody's pretty much going to watch this anyway, is let's talk about some of the teams that are hot moving into the playoffs. I mean, with a lot of teams hitting that 70-game mark, we've only got a few games left, like less than a month of the regular season. So how you're trending now could be how you trend into the postseason, which we all know the NHL postseason is crazy. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's just keep it in the East for now. Teams that are hot, teams that are doing pretty well. Let's say 6 wins or more in their last 10, and we'll just take it from the top over here. So Buffalo, they're like pretty much the hottest team in hockey, and they did drop their last game to the Ducks in overtime, but they've got a point in 9 of their last 10. They're 8-1-1. As you well know, they are the hottest team in hockey for like the last 4 months or so. They just came out of nowhere. These two, kind of whatever, playing about 500. Carolina, up here. Carolina is 7-3. I mean, they're doing pretty good. They've actually won 3 in a row. Columbus 6-1-3, so they've actually scored 9 or had 9 points in their last 10. Columbus right here. In fact, that got them into this place in the Metropolitan Division standings rather than fighting over there for a wild card. Ottawa won again last night. They're 8-2, so they've actually kind of joined the party here in the wild card standings. Philadelphia's hanging around. Both of those teams have won 3 in a row. Philadelphia is 7-2-1, so they have 8 points in 8 out of their last 10. Excuse me. And then let's talk about teams that aren't hot in the East. Starting with Toronto. Toronto's horrible. 2-5-3. Lost 3 in a row. The Rangers look like they might have been hot at one point because they're 4-5-1 in their last 10, but have lost 5 in a row. It's pretty much the only teams that are really struggling, I would say. Florida's 4-6 in their last 10, but that's just par for their course. And that those injuries just decimated that team. Pittsburgh's 4-3-3. Not especially great, not horrible, but it's a tightly contested division there and wild card. In fact, the Penguins are tied with the Bruins for points, but since the Bruins and Islanders are, in that wild card spot, I just kept them where they're at. Move to the West here. Yeah, sorry, nothing too scientific. This is just ESPN app. But let's see here. I figured it'd be a lot less than that. I know they lost 3 in a row at one point. Looks like they've won. Their current streak is winning 2, 6-3-1. Dallas 6-2-2. Minnesota 5-3-2. Those are like your 3 heavy hitters. They're all in the same division. They are basically in the top 5 in the NHL standings as well. My cat's freaking out at the door. He thinks he's a prisoner. Held against his will, so if you hear him, that's what's going on. My 1 subscriber. And maybe I usually get about like 5 views per video. So you 4 rogues, so people who are going to watch us, just subscribe, man. We talk about all kinds of off-the-wall shit. Mostly like NHL standing stuff. But you get to hear me bitch about the military. You get to fucking, I don't know, man. I don't really rant about a whole lot of stuff, but you get to see me like have emotional fucking conversations to nobody. It's really cool. You know, me describing my anxieties of getting out of the military. It's real awesome. Hopefully one day, like, somebody in leadership sees it and sees how pathetic it is. But anyway, it helps me. So that's all that really matters to me at this point. But back to the nature at hand here. St. Louis, 7-2-1, man. 7-2-1. They did the fire sale. We keep talking about the fire sale, man. They got rid of so many guys. They traded their fucking captain to Detroit Red Wings. I know they traded. God damn it, who'd they trade to the Sabres? They were gonna trade Parayko, but then he decided he didn't want to come to Buffalo. So we got like another defenseman. It doesn't matter. But anyway, they traded everybody. Calgary traded everybody. The Blues are like 8 points out. I'm not saying it's likely, but it's possible. If they keep playing like this, they can at least find themselves in the mix. San Jose, on the other hand, is 3-5-2. They've lost 4 games in a row. So they're kind of slowly fading to obscurity, which sucks because Macklin Celebrini, 19-year-old fucking phenom, it would be really cool to see him in the postseason. But he has turned the franchise around. Let's just say, like, San Jose's been pretty much in this territory the last few years. Before that, they were perennial contenders. Hopefully, with the rise of him, and if they can keep building around him, hopefully we'll see San Jose kind of establish a little more, get back to that status that they were at. Because I think San Jose Sharks are a good franchise. They're important to where they are at geographically. Never went to a San Jose Sharks game. I was stationed at Travis Air Force Base. I know people who went and said it was a great experience. So, yeah, the San Jose Sharks, if they can kind of revitalize that terrible Pacific Division, and for the record, fuck all those teams up there. So if they can, like, scoot one of those teams out in the next couple of years, that'd be great. So sick of them. But anyways, yeah, we're looking at teams that are hot and teams that are not. Anaheim 6-3-1. Nothing stands out besides really the hottest team in the West is St. Louis, man. And they got 67 points. The wild card cutoff is 75 points. Right up here with Nashville. Nashville? We can talk about Nashville. The fuck is their streak at? 6-3-1. Man, I really thought. Oh, they won 4 games in a row. Sorry. So technically, they are on the biggest winning streak in the NHL? In the entire NHL currently. Cool. Their last 10 isn't super impressive, but winning 4 in a row in this clutch moment, having played 70 games, it's pretty cool. I mean, they're flirting with that murderer's row spot where they're going to be playing probably Colorado in the first round. There's 5 points between these two teams. Utah's actually not playing too bad. So Utah's kind of got a lock on that. They also have a game. They have played an extra game than Nashville. I don't know what that game in hand shit means. I think I use it inversely whenever I say game in hand. I would think that Nashville would have a game in hand on Utah because they've played 70 and Utah's played 71. That's how it makes sense to me, but I'm not that I don't know how the saying goes, and I'm kind of fucking stupid sometimes, so it's also early in the morning. I haven't drank enough coffee out of my fucking Sergeant cup, so that's got a something to do with it. Somehow, Vancouver's the only team that's been mathematically eliminated. which is cool, man. That's cool about hockey. It's like you got your terrible teams, but it's nothing like the NBA where it's like got your really, really bad teams and like a couple of really, really good teams at the top, and everyone else is just like in should we tank purgatory. It's like I think there's a lot more integrity to the NHL. Something about them that I trust more. And let's see here. That's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, that's all I got for you. No movement in the standings. We only had one game, which means hopefully we got a bunch of games tonight. Let's check it out. That's one more thing we can look at. Tuesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games. That's like the sweet spot. See if we can throw like a 3-leg parlay together later. I gotta go to work though. I gotta get into the uniform and go do a little out processing. Got about 6 days till I'm finally out. But in the meantime, if anybody watches this, has anything to say in the comments, anything whatsoever, drop the comment. Like, become my second subscriber. I got 1 subscriber already who says that this is a lot of effort. This is very minimal effort. I just like talking about hockey to anybody. But seriously, we're going to do this just about every day, every day, unless I have something going on and I'm out of town or something. So subscribe. I'll rant. I'm going to try like energy drinks. I'm going to fucking rant about the new Exodus album. If you can't tell, I'm a fucking huge like metalhead. We got a lot of shit lined up, guys. I'm going to bitch about the military. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. But I'm not going to break anything in the UCMJ. I will not call out any of my superiors by name or rank. But anyways, y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go get in uniform, drive to the base, and talk to my chief and do whatever else I have to do to out process. I got like 8 items on my checklist left. I'm going to be down to like hopefully 5 or 6 by the end of the day. And all will be well. So you guys have yourself a blessed Air Force day.